Here's today's main thought. Secrecy is the enemy of intimacy. Secrecy is the enemy of intimacy. And intimacy isn't just for the marriage relationship. Intimacy is closeness between people in personal relationship. And it's what builds over time as you get to know somebody and you grow to care for each other. But what happens in secrecy? He who conceals sin does not prosper, but whoever confesses and renounces them finds mercy. Secrecy robs you of that intimacy. And let me remind you, this is what you were made for. You were made to live in intimacy, in relationship with the people around you. Secrecy robs that from you. When you walk the path of secrecy, you lose that intimacy. Walls go up. When you let shame dictate your decisions, you begin to hide the real you. It might start with that little white lie that covers up the truth about where you were or the truth about what you were doing. And before long, you have to tell other lies to cover up the lies you already told. And before long, you're not sure what the truth is. You don't even recognize yourself because you're keeping it a secret. You're letting the enemy use the tool of shame to rob you of your true identity. We normally close with the good news in church, that beautiful gospel message. I don't want to wait till the end. I want to lay the foundation of the good news. Here's the good news. Jesus really is who he said he was. Yeah, he really was. He really lived. He really died. And he really rose again, conquering death, hell, and the grave. Far be it for us to think he can't handle our sexual sin. Right? That's the truth. He loves you so much. You're so precious in his sight. And as a matter of fact, even while you were still a sinner, he died for you. I'm a sinner. I'm glad he died. Everybody say I'm a sinner. I didn't want to be the only one. That's how much he loves you, even in your sin. Don't believe the enemy that you have, that's how you're going to stay and that's where you're going to always be. Don't believe that. Let him walk you out into the freedom that you were made for and begin to experience intimacy in your relationships once again. That's what we were made for, guys. Secrecy is the enemy of intimacy. Let me give you some sobering stats. Not just sobering, but unfortunate. I can think of a lot of words. Pornography revenue is larger than all the revenues for ABC, NBC, and CBS combined. 90%, north of 90% of 8 to 16-year-olds have viewed pornography online. 33% of visitors to adult websites are women, so it's no longer just a man problem. It's the fastest growing demographic among pornography viewers. You say, is this a pornography message? No, but there's a lot of foundation here because a lot of sexual sin is birthed out of pornography. You can call it on any different level. Some people call certain things soft porn, hard porn, this porn, that porn. It's all sin. Okay? Everybody say sin. We have to call it what it is. We can't be afraid of it. Pornography is an epidemic that is destroying marriages and relationships on every level, robbing young people of their true identity. So where does it all start? I'm glad you asked. Let's look at the word. It starts when you're tempted. Have you ever been tempted? Anybody in the house ever faced a temptation? Well, where the rest of you been? I mean, do you never leave the house? Do you wake up in the morning? Everybody put your hand up. Everybody in the house, every campus, put your hand up high, confidently. Okay, confidently. Look, my hand is up. All of us are going to face temptation. You can't get away from it. That's where it starts. But look what happens. They say, you shouldn't say God has tempted me, for God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. But each one is tempted when? By his own evil desires. It's on you guys. You can't blame nobody else. Okay? It's on us. We're dragged away and enticed. And then after sin and desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death. Why do you think so many of us are experiencing death in our relationships? It's because you're keeping sin a secret and it's robbing you of intimacy. Say amen.